Test. All right, awesome. I think that should be good. And let's start this again. Few sound issues. Wow, that was really loud. A few sound issues here today, but that's all good. All sorted now. Nope, not all. Let me just turn this down. This gain's really high. There we go. Yeah. Okay, sound isn't all good. It is what it is. I have no idea why my mic is being super sensitive right now as well. So if there is anyone in chat, drop me a number 1 if you can hear me all good. Oh, we got Geisha. Geisha, welcome back. Says, Alhamdulillah, the audio is muted. Mustard. The audio apostated from Damon's mic. Finally, I can hear for once now. Yes, sorry about that. Hope the mic's not too loud. I might need to adjust some settings. I've no... Oh, that's the volume. The gain is on this side. How's that? That must be better. Let me know. It sounds good on my side. It doesn't sound too loud. But obviously you guys are the ones listening. Cool. Geisha's dropped me some ones. Thank you very much, Geisha. Welcome back. I am the dust at the feet of God's servants. Only God is special. Welcome back. Today is just a chill stream. It's just a chill stream talking about how failure is an opportunity. Let's just lower the camera. Failure is an opportunity to grow. There's some people who look at failure and then go, oh no, I failed. And then they take it too hard and then they break. Life isn't meant to be about breaking. It's about becoming stronger and better, faster. I'm joking. No, not about faster, but it's just about becoming better and able to handle all sorts of shit. Because life will always throw shit at you. So failure is never just the only option. If you do fail, learn from it, grow from it, and try and be better than you ever were before. My thingy's green screen's a bit weird there, but it is what it is. Yes, so failure is never just a, oh no, I failed. Oh no, failure is always an opportunity. However, also something you've got to understand is rejection is for your protection. In life, I have been rejected from many different friend groups. I have been rejected in jobs. I've been rejected in life in general. Just life will sometimes just throw you a curveball and you're like, oh, okay, did not expect that. It's usually to protect you. You may not realize it, you may not see it, but yeah, there's usually some kind of reason for life giving you that rejection. It's not just about you personally, because I could tell you, there's plenty of jobs I would have been fantastic at, but it wasn't about me personally. It was about the company and what they were looking for in regards to jobs. Sometimes you don't fit the bill, and it's all good. It's all good. It's not a you problem. It's a them problem. So, yeah. I've been doing this YouTube thing for a year. I have... I'd like to say I have 1 or 2 regular watchers, but they're not that regular. And I have a few people that turn up to streams to talk, but they don't really... I'm not gonna lie, they don't add a huge amount of value. It's nice talking to them. It's nice, a chit chat. You know what? Great, let's have a chat. But I could do that over coffee with anyone. If I'm doing a stream and I'm trying to reach as many people and trying to talk about spirituality, talking about life and how to overcome certain obstacles, I don't want to have a chit chat. I can, but we could do that off stream. If you want to be my friend and have a chit chat, we can. But the streaming side isn't for chit chat. It's typically used for, well, the only reason I did this whole streaming thing was just so I can try and spread truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope. Never just about hey guys, come hang out with me. I'm lonely. I need friends. I do need friends, but not internet friends. Not internet friends. There's a difference between internet friends and real friends. You know what I mean? Geisha says, "How so? Oh, have you been sent passive aggressive bullying messages? Well, it's their problem. Maybe they are reactionaries. Uh, not so much passive aggressive bullying messages. It's just life. Life will always throw you curveballs. You know, it's never about the person as either. Like this is the other thing. It's not personal to me because it's a dumb issue. But the other thing on top of that, the extra layer, because there's always layers to this. The other layer is that if they want to be friends, they could be friends, but you have to come friendly. You know, it's not about being calling them reactionaries. You know what I mean? I think it's more about, like I said, it's a them issue, and it's not really a them issue as in I think they're the problem. I think it's more of a life is testing me. Life is testing me. It's just gonna see how I react because life likes to test you to see how much you've grown, how much more you need to grow. So life is always going to be throwing some curveballs at you. That's a standard. That's a standard. You'll always have your standard problems, but then you'll also have your curveballs where you don't see them coming. It's like, whoa, where did that come from? But that's life. But you have to be able to overcome, dodge. What is it? Oh, I love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies is called Dodgeball. The guy says you have to duck, dip, dive. No, dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. You have to dodge twice in Dodgeball. If you've not seen Dodgeball, watch it. It's fantastically awesome. It's with Ben Stiller, I want to say his name is. Ben Stiller. Yes, Ben Stiller. Um, it's about two gyms competing. Average Joe's versus... I can't remember the other gyms. Oh, Globomax or something. It's like a conglomerate. So it's like the big guy versus the little guy. It's like a whole what's the David and Goliath kind of thing. It's a David and Goliath kind of story. It's the big guy, the giant versus the little guy, and yeah, it's about dodgeball as well. It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie. I'm just remembering some quotes from it now. It's funny. I did this last stream as well. I just started reminiscing about old movies, and all of a sudden, just like quotes started coming back to me, and it's like, oh yeah. Oh, another Ben Stiller movie that I really like is Zoolander. It's the old, it's the modeling one, and yeah, it's a modeling one, and it's what's it called? Blue Steel. It's like where he goes, his duck face for the camera, and then yeah, Blue Steel, and then he has Magnum. But the funny line that came into my head because of Ben Stiller, because I referenced Ben Stiller, was this. Let's see if I could find it. He's like really, really dumb. He plays a really dumb character in this movie, and someone's trying to what is it? Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell's in that movie. He's trying to convince him that to work with Will Ferrell. He's trying to convince Ben Stiller to work with Will Ferrell, and let's go YouTube. And he's like, "Oh, look, we'll build this for you." Zoolander. Let me share screen. There we go. Oh, I hope the sound works. Come on, sound, work for me. Nope, 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 nope. It did not like that. Let's see. Let's see if we can sort out the settings. Let's go with that one. No, still nada. Alright, maybe if I go for the headphone settings. Ooh, actually, let me try this one first. I have no idea why my computer sounds aren't working, but it is what it is. Oh, maybe I need to unmute from there. Maybe now. Nope, still didn't like it. Well, this is the stream now. The stream is literally just watching me trying to fix this. To fix my audio now. That's the rest of the stream, guys. No, that doesn't like it either. What if I go to... I don't think that one's going to work, but we'll try it. Nope. No, that's not the button I need to press. Okay, let's try this one. Well, here we go, here we go, here we go. I got it working somewhat. It's not the regular way I do this, but it is what it is. So yeah, let's just play this and enjoy this 2-minute clip.
Well, to tell you the truth, I was a little hesitant at first, Mr. Mugatu. I mean, you've never hired me before, and I've been around
for ages and ages. You've been around for a long, long time. I never wanted anything from you. And now you're retired. I can't have you. And it's funny how it switches like that. But now the forbidden fruit must be tasted.
Well, when Maury told me what you were willing to do, I...
Todd! Are you not aware that I get farty and bloated with a foamy latte?
My mistake, Shackleville.
Your mistake indeed.
So weird.
Oh. Yes, Derek.
I think Will Ferrell really plays the weird character so well. Like that dodgy uncle you don't want around the family. It's such a good character. And Ben Stiller looks so young here.
What Maury said I was willing to do for you. Let's get back to the reason that we're really here. Without much further ado, I give you the Derek Zoolander Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good.
What is this?
A center for ants? What?
How can we be expected to teach children to learn how to read if they can't even fit inside the building?
Derek, it's just a...
I don't want to hear your excuses! The center has to be at least 3 times bigger than this.
He's absolutely right.
The joke is essentially that the what's it called? The models are quite dumb, and he doesn't realize it's a model of the building that he wants. But yeah, hilarious movie. I love that movie. I've seen that quite a few times as well. Oh, Geisha says, okay, David and Goliath story narrative. Who wins the dodgeball? David does. Oh wait, Goliath wins the battle, but David wins the war. in the dodgeball movie. They win the match, but because he bet everything on them losing, I think it was, they end up making millions and then buying the company, buying the large gym, and then he owns the gym, and then he becomes the new giant. But he's a chill dude. He's average Joe. Geisha says, "Hey, Deman, I would like to see you debate some individuals on modern day debate. Hopefully, someday this year." Honestly, I could debate anyone on anything, but I'm just seeing too many people take what I say and then run off with it. They run off with it. They do their own thing with it. And I don't mind if they knew what they were talking about. But when they're just repeating what I've said with no understanding, then I'm like, it is what it is. It is. For example, I recently did the videos on the big nose, and I was talking about how he's got delusions of grandeur, and he's projecting, and all this other stuff, and all these other symptoms. And then all of a sudden, he starts getting videos on his. He starts putting videos on his stream where he breaks down what these things are, and I'm like, bro, no, you don't understand it. You know the terms now, or you probably already knew the terms, but you don't understand it. Otherwise, you'd be able to find it in regular conversations. If you can't find it in regular conversations, then you need to just find someone else's YouTube video to actually share. Then at that point, you're not really understanding the topic. So yeah, a lot of different things. Like people come up here, they chat to me, and then they run off and try and do their own thing, or they meet me in life and try and run off and do their own thing. And it's like, cool, I don't mind you doing your own thing if you want to go do your own thing, but don't take something I've kind of like tried to teach you and then you try and pass it off on your own as your own. I think that's a bit egotistical and very childish. It's like you can't go, oh cool, this person's really good at this and he can tell you this. They just go, oh no, let me tell you, let me do it for you. I was like, bruh. So like I said, from day one, I want you guys to go down the righteous path, which is truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope, and learn the lessons. Learn the lessons the hard way, because then you'll be better than ever, and then you'll be able to teach. But if you're just picking what other people have said and taking certain knowledge and then passing it off as your own, it's just childish. It is so childish. So yeah, I won't be teaching anytime soon because there's a lot of knowledge. Oh, I sound like a big head myself now saying that, but there is a lot of knowledge that I still hold back because I'm like, I don't want to release it too early. I don't want it to be taken the wrong way and then taught the wrong way. So there's a lot I try and hold back, but at the same time I try and give freely. I want people to progress in their life. So sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I'll have a conversation and I'll try and help you along the way. But when I realize that, oh, okay, they've just taken what I've said and then literally almost word for word repeated what I've said to them, it's like, bro, you've got no class, you've got no style, you got nada. You're nada. And I don't like shit on people, but I gotta say it how it is. If you're taking other people's content and palming it off as your own without you having any understanding of what you're talking about, bruh, like seriously. Lo Wang says, enter the Wang, son of the dragon, savior of the London City, master of the Tao. Welcome back. Lo Wang says, how did you first encounter the cocknose of London? Banksy's here as well. Big up Banksy. The big nose. It was actually, I think he's got it recorded. I went there. I went to Speaker's Corner with a friend. It was the first time I went there, and I saw Big Nose there, and he was just literally just yelling at the Muslims, and I was like, okay. He's got an interesting costume, and he seems to be like very adamant that he's correct. He seems to like have this, I want to say confidence, but it's not confidence because he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's more arrogance. So he had this arrogance about him, and I was like, let's see what he knows. If he's that arrogant, he must really believe what he's talking about. So I was like, okay, so what do you believe? And he's like, what does believe mean? I was like, what do you believe in God or not? And he's like, what is God? And I'm like, bro, God, you know what God is? He's like, no, I don't know until you tell me. And I'm like, and I tried to give, because at this point I had just met the guy. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll explain to him God just so we could progress the conversation. So I thought what he wanted was just the definition of God so we could then both work around that. And I thought, okay, that's understandable. You know, sometimes some people come up here and they ask me a question or something, and I'm like, all right, let's just define that word just so we both know what we're talking about, and then we could discuss it. But with him, I defined God, and then instead of answering any questions, he just came up with more questions. How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? And it's like, bro, so why are you here talking to people and telling them they're wrong if you have no belief of your own, if you have no thoughts of your own, if you have no ideas of your own? Why are you here challenging people? Anyone could just sit there and go, why? 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 But what about that? But what does that mean? Why? What does that mean? Why? It's oy vey. It was a terrible conversation, and at one point I said to him, "Listen, I don't know why you're here telling it," because he thought I was Muslim when I turned up, because I had a long beard back when I first went to Speaker's Corner, and he thought I was Muslim just because of the way I looked, brown, long beard, and he thought I was Muslim. So he was like, "Oh, you and your Allah," and I was like, "I'm not Muslim." Like, yo, say what you want about Allah, like that's not my. I don't think that God is separate from any other God. I just think there's only one God, and that's it. Like, I don't follow the Quran, I follow God. And I was like, but look, why are you here? Why don't you just fuck off? Like, honestly, if you weren't here, the conversations would probably go up a level. You know what I mean? Because there would actually be conversations. Where what he seems to be doing is just pushing buttons, and trying to get reactions out of people so he can then put them on YouTube and make them have a funny face like that. He'll make them have a funny face. He'll put on some random text to undermine them, belittle them. Oh, illiterate, charlatan. And he was just trying to get clicks that way. I actually tried my best to give him many different chances. I actually went back to him trying to have a conversation with him. And because after that original conversation, he came up to me and he was like, oh, hey, like being polite and friendly. And I was like, oh, awesome. There's another side to the guy. But then when I tried to talk to him, he started pulling the camera out and then started filming me and asking me questions about my childhood. And he was trying to psychoanalyze me, and everything he said was wrong. And I was like, bro. And then when I corrected him, like, he was like, oh, you're an only child. I went, no, not an only child. Yes, okay. You have this problem because you're this child. And I'm like, bro, no, nope. I'm actually this child. Yes, I knew it all along because I could tell. I'm like, bro, you chat so much BS. Like, please just stop. You're embarrassing yourself, if anything. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I have weaknesses in. I've been doing nothing but studying myself for the past 30 odd years, because everyone seemed to make, everywhere I went, typically in life, when I try and interact with people, I always felt like I was an issue. I'll give you a random example. I was working in a job and I noticed that, oh, there's always 3 or 4 people in the kitchen just standing there for a good 20 minutes and no one seems to say anything. So I was like, okay, the company's quite chill. They like people to socially interact. They don't have to be sat at their computers all day long doing work. It's okay to go and have a little chat, you know? They want us to be sociable and nice to each other. And I thought, yeah, that's nice. So I popped into the kitchen, had a nice little chat, but obviously someone didn't like it. And they started then sending emails around saying, please do not leave your desk and don't stand in the kitchen and don't do this and don't do that. And I was just like, the timing is weird. But then I also noticed that there were some people still doing that. But whenever I went to go and do that, it was like all of a sudden I had a manager turn up and say, "The man, what you don't shouldn't you be on calls?" And I'm like, "Bro, there's 3 other people here, and you've come talk to me. Like, what's the problem? What is the problem? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it." So I've done a hell of a lot of reflection because I was like, "Oh, it must be me. I must be I am a problem. I know I am, but I'm not a problem because I'm bad or anything. I'm a problem because people don't like the fact that I'm me, and it's a them problem, not a me problem." So yeah, it was weird. And that's not just happened at one job. That's happened in many different jobs. And like I said, I've had to self-reflect. I've had to think about, wait, am I saying anything wrong? Am I taking the piss out of people? What am I saying? Why is it that if someone else is doing something, it's no problem, but as soon as I do it, it's a problem? And I kind of guessed that it was because I was a good worker. Because when I get focused and I start working, I start working. You For example, when I started this whole streaming thing, when I first started the streaming thing, I was doing like 6, 7, 8 hour streams, literally here just talking to myself, able to hold some coherent argument as to what I was saying, and being able to give some kind of evidence or whatever, or analogies to try and help people understand. And that was with no prep. That was just live, just sitting here, just chatting away, like I am doing right now. Like I'm doing right now. There's no script, there's no nothing. It's just me sitting here talking and going with the flow, trusting God and being in the zone. So when I'm at work, I smash out whatever I'm doing, because I'm not thinking about, oh, I'm gonna prolong this. I'm gonna make this one task last an hour just so I don't have to do 4 tasks. You know what I mean? So I would just smash it out because I'd see the work as a challenge. I'd be like, oh, cool, this is the job. Let's see how I could do it. Let's try and get it done as quickly as I can, just to see if I can. I play games with myself a lot. So, yeah, I think it was because of that. I think it was because when I would take a step back and try and be a bit more social and relax, then the workload would increase dramatically for everyone else. Like, there was times where I noticed that, like, because where I was working was a call center, and they've got a big TV with the numbers of how many people are on call and how many numbers are waiting to be answered. And I noticed that when I'm on doing my thing, numbers were low. Like, the number of people waiting was low, but the number of people on calls was also low. There was a lot of people just running around doing whatever, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. But then as soon as I walked away, I thought, do you know what, let me go for a comfort break. Let me just pop to the toilet and come back. I'd go to the toilet, come back, and I'd be like, oh, I've got a message from the manager asking me where am I, and I'd be like, bro, I've set myself as a comfort break. I've said I'm going to the toilet. What is the problem? But I'd look at the thingy, the numbers, and it'd be like high number of people waiting and a high number of people taking calls, and I'm like, wait, I just left for 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, that big of a difference was made. Like, seriously, I'm not that good. I'm good, but I'm not that good. Well, I must have been that good, to be honest. If they were finding it an issue for me to relax while everyone else was relaxing, yeah, it is what it is. So I hope that answers your question. No, that wasn't even the question. The question was, how did you first encounter a big nose? Yeah, I answered that. And then how did I get to... How the hell... Oh, because I said that typically people seem to have an issue with me. I don't know how I got onto that subject, but I'm sure it flowed naturally the way it was supposed to. Yeah, so in that situation, rejection was my protection. These people rejecting me from being able to be sociable and working at the same time. I was like, cool. It is what it is. Guess what I did? I found another job. Because there's always more jobs. There's always a different job I could do. And to be honest, I'd learned everything I needed to learn from there. I was smashing out the calls. My quality rating was high, like, because I would actually resolve the problems. I wouldn't just get them on the phone and try and get them off as soon as I could. I'd actually listen to what their issue was, and I'd try and figure out, okay, from what you're saying, it sounds like you've got this issue, and they'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what it is. And then I easily 2 seconds, I knew the system quite well. Fix it, boom, job done. Have a good day. Take care. Bye. And that was it. So yeah, I learned everything I could learn there, and at that point, the rejection was for my protection. It was like, hey, you don't need to be in this environment where people just want you to work like a dog, and then as soon as you want to get a bit sociable or have a little breather, they're gonna have issues. So I was like, cool, I'll find another job, and I did. I found many other jobs after that. I think after that, wait, where did I go? After that, oh yes, I went on to the coaches. Not the coaches, the buses. That's when I learned a new skill. See, this is what I mean. That rejection ended up causing me to go into a new job where I learned another new skill. I got to learn how to drive buses, especially around London. Like, I never thought. I always looked at the buses and I went, like that seems insane, especially around London with all the cyclists, the tight roads. I was like, this looks insane. Like, man, that's gonna be hard. But when I actually went for the lessons, with the company that I was working for, they trained me up. The guy was like, "Oh my god, you're a natural." He was like, "You're a natural." I was like, "Oh, I guess it's my experience of like 15 years of driving, and I did delivery driving in the vans." So yeah, I was like, I've got skills, but I didn't realize they were that transferable, especially with the bus because it's super long and super high. And in the end, like where we were training, it would be me and 2 or 3 other guys being taught at the same time. We'll take turns driving. We'll go from A to B. I'd drive from B to C. Someone else would drive, and then we'll just take turns going around like that. 9 out of 10 times, the guy would literally Chris, absolute top guy. Love this guy. He knew I was good. Not being arrogant, but just my skill level compared to the other people, and he took me literally from central London. Or well, they drive around here anyway, around my local area. They typically do their training here anyway. But we would drive from central London, from the base, to where next to where I live, and then he'd say, "All right, cool, see you later," and that was it, done for the day. I probably did an hour and a half of driving. Oh, not even an hour and a half. It was probably about 45 minutes of driving, but an hour and a half total shift. And then the rest of the day was mine because he was like, look, these other guys, they need the practice. So if there's one less person, then these guys can get the more practice in. They could get an extra hour in each, and they need it. So yeah, that was nice. That was nice. It was where I was being rewarded for actually doing well. I didn't feel like, oh, because I'm doing well, I'm gonna get treated badly. It was like, no, I got treated better. I got treated well, and I really love Chris. Chris, amazing guy, top guy. Banksy says, mate, drop the link. No link tonight. No link tonight. Unless you've got something important to say. What do you want to talk about? But otherwise, yeah, no link tonight. I don't want random chit chat. Especially with no, yes, no link. I don't know what you want to talk about, bro. It's like I hardly ever see you, and then you want to come up. I'm just talking about life. I'm talking about life at the moment. I'm doing my thing. This is me. I'm just talking my shit. If you're enjoying the talking of the shit, you could stay. If not, that's cool. But like I said at the beginning, I'm not here to make friends. I've made all the friends I need. I realized actually the other day, I was like, do you know what? I have my best friends. And they're all I need. So yeah, if you want to come up and have a chat about something important, we can. If it's just chit chat where we just, I don't know. I'm just bored of those conversations where we just go off on a million different tangents. They're good. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm happy to do them off stream, wherever, as a little social gathering thing. But when I'm on stream, it's typically about trying to teach or advise or chill and just let me be me and have fun my way. Oh, my neck needed a click. Yeah, so if there's anything important you want to mention, you can in the chat, and I'll think about maybe dropping the link, but at the moment it's a big fat no. Give me a topic and I'll see if I can chime in. That's all good. Look, don't force yourself. Don't force yourself. Just do your thing. It's all good. It's all good. I'm sure you could come up with something, and I'm sure you could do your own stream. You've done a few of them. So yeah, it's all good. I'm just here to chill and be me and talk my shit. But thank you for joining in. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, life. There's a lot of so failure is an opportunity. Back to the failure one. So let's see, failure. Because I said that with failure, it allows you to grow. Oh, I know. With my first bus test, when I actually did the bus test, I was killing it. I was doing a great job. The guy, the assessor, he was sitting there next to me, and he even said himself, he was like, normally I'm sitting there just holding on for dear life and kind of like double checking everything, and he doesn't get much of a chance to talk to the drivers because he's too focused on the road, because he's making sure they don't fuck up, because they usually do. So he was proper chilled. He was chatting to me. We were having a great time. We were talking about stuff. But then, oh god, it was so bad. He took me down this tricky place where there's like a set of lights and then another set of lights, like literally straight afterwards. And I was going at some speed. It was like a 50 road. It was a 50 road. I've never been down that road before. It was a 50 road. So I'm driving in a fucking bus, okay? A bus at 50 miles per hour. You don't really hit the brakes that often. Well, you hit them often, but I mean, like, when you're doing 50 miles per hour, you have to be careful about when you hit those brakes. But as I was going through the first light, it started changing to yellow. And I was like, shit. Okay, but the light in front of me also changing from yellow to red. And I was like, fuck. I only have this tiny little gap between these two lights to now stop. And I was like, if I go through the red light, he'll probably fail me, because he'll say, oh, you're going too fast and you didn't judge for the second light and you ended up running a red light, which is dangerous, and fail, boom. So I slammed the brakes. So I went from 50 to 0 in about that much space, and the guy, I felt so bad for him. He went flying forwards. He almost hit the windscreen. It was, I'm laughing about it now, but at the time I was just so vexed. I was like, oh, come on, you could have done better. Like, I don't know. The only way I could have done better is by knowing the road, and that's the thing. The next time I did this test, he took me down the same road, and as soon as I saw those two lights, I started slowing down, because I was like, hey, if they change, I can stop. And luckily they didn't change, but I slowed down enough, but not too slow where I caused a problem for anyone behind me. But I slowed down enough, and then I kept moving, and then I got through the lights. Same guy, same assessor, and he was smiling and laughing at me the whole time, because he knew what he was going to do. He knew he was going to take me back down that exact same route. So yeah, that was my first driving test. Was a failure, but it was an opportunity to learn. It was about that particular road and what to do in the situation. Because he said to me, actually, afterwards, he was like, it would have been better if you kept on going through the red light, because of the speed you were going at. Because the thing is this, when I was doing the test, I was cognizant of the fact that I don't have passengers on. It's just a test and it's an empty bus. But he wanted me to pretend like it was a full bus. So he said, at the point that it's a full bus, you go through that red light. Because in that situation where I was, where that light, the first light just turned yellow as I was going past it, and then the other one turned red, and they were so close together. He was like, yeah, at that point, just you should have put your foot down and just gone through it. So yeah, I learned that lesson. So that was a good opportunity to learn, because it was like, okay, if I am in this situation in the future, I know what I'm doing, because there would have been a chance that I would have been having a full load of bus passengers, and I may have slammed the brakes. But now I'm very cognizant of that. So that failure taught me something on how to be a better driver and how to be safer by going through red lights. So yeah, that was awesome. So that's what I mean. Like, failure is an opportunity to grow and to learn. It's never a failed and that's it. It's over. There's always an opportunity to grow from that failure. So yeah, so that's the failure. We've done rejection. For your protection, always move forwards. Once again, if you're too busy complaining about the failure, i.e. me failing that first test, if I got into my emotions about it, if I got upset, if I cried about it, if I got into my own head about it, that would have caused me more problems going forwards. Because this is the thing, my assessor said this, not my assessor, my trainer told me this. He said, yeah, when most people fail, they get more nervous for the second test, and they tend to make a few more mistakes on the second test, and then they pass on the third test. But I passed on my second, because I kept that cool head. I was like, okay, cool, I fucked up, but I've learned something, and I'll be able to use this going forwards. So yeah, that failure allowed me to move forwards. Rejection for your protection. Like I said, when I was working in that telephone center, on the phones with the people, and they didn't like me being social, or like me walking away for 5 seconds to go to the toilet, whatever the situation, or even if I went for a quick smoke break, whatever the situation was, that rejection there was for my protection, and it allowed me to move forwards by learning a new skill. Learned how to drive a bus or a coach, Cat D license. That's in my pocket forever now, you know what I mean? So each failure or rejection should be used to push you forward, never to hold you back. It should never hold you back. It should be pushing you forwards to new heights, to new growth, to new opportunities, to new life. I hope this is making sense for you. Well, I don't think there's anyone in stream anymore. I think everyone's disappeared. But that's all good. I like talking to myself. While I'm talking to myself, I am going to put on a quick song. I'm going to put on a song because I want to listen to a song, and then I'll come back and I'll talk some more. And then I'll end the stream because, yeah, got plans. Alright, here we go. We'll go. Ooh, Righteous Pirates. Hell yeah.
Hey, I sail through the storm with me compass on truth, seeking treasure in me heart, not in fountains of youth. A ship full of love with compassion as me map, plundering not gold but the peace that I trap. The seas be wild but I stay me course, with a humble soul, may that be me force. I wear no crown, just a battered hat, but the spirit's rich, radiant, that's where it's at. On this righteous voyage where true souls be found, with love in me chest and me boots on the ground, content with the waves, I need not more. Found me peace in the journey and that be me score. The world's chasing jewels but I'm searching for more. I seek the light in the depths where truth hits the shore. Ain't no treasure like compassion, it be rarest of gems, and a humble heart be worth more than crowns or hems. I'll raise me flat with no pride to boast, for a true pirate soul full of spirits of the coast. With kindness as me blade I cut through the lies, seeking love and light beneath blackened sky. On this righteous voyage where true souls be found, with love in me chest and me boots on the ground, content with the waves, I need not more. Found me peace in the journey and that be me score. The world be loud filled with sirens' cries, but I wrote a me old tune beneath starlit skies, giving what I can, taking what I need, living by the code of the sailor's creed. So I sail through the night, compass pointing me right, not for fortune or fame but for inner sight. The tides rise and fall but I be standing tall, a humble pirate soul, heeding truth's call. I'll sail this path till the waves lay me down, With love as me anchor and truth as me crown. Through storms and calm seas, I'll carry me smile. For a life rich in peace, be worth every mile. On this righteous voyage where true souls be found. With love in me chest and me boots on the ground. Content with the waves, I need not more. Found me peace in the journey and that be me score. So hoist your sails to the stars above. Seeking treasure that's forged in compassion and love. For a pirate whose humble sails free as the sea. On a righteous path, that's the life for me. So hoist your sails to the stars above. Seeking treasure that's forged in compassion and love. For a pirate whose humble sails free as the sea. On a righteous path, that's the life for me. The world's just sails to the stars above. Seeking treasure that's forged in compassion and love. For a pirate whose humble sails free as the sea. On a righteous path, that's the life for me.
I love that song. So good. So good. I just saw someone else in chat. Who's this? History Reset. Welcome to the channel. I've never seen you here before. I don't think. Are you at Speaker's Corner tomorrow? Who are you? Do I know you? History Reset. Do I know you, buddy? I definitely won't be at Speaker's Corner tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. If you're talking about Sunday, probably not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Go with the flow. But yeah, who are ya, buddy? Who are ya? History Reset. I don't recognize the name. Yeah, I went Speaker's Corner last week. I had a bit of fun, I'm not gonna lie. I had the conversation with the Sheikh and a Christian gentleman where I was trying to with the Muslims. It was a joke at first, but then they ended up trying to teach me about how the Shahada has to come from the heart, and it's not just words, that there's meaning behind them and blah blah blah. And I was like, alright mate, if you want to open that can of worms, you can open that can of worms. And when you do dawah for 5 minutes and then ask the person, so what's stopping you, brother? What's stopping you from becoming a Muslim, brother? Then it's nothing about the heart. It's just pure intellect and manipulation. And that's what I ended up saying to him. It was like, bro, you could try your spiel on someone else. It's not going to work on me. I've heard it all before. Not interested. The Christian conversation was interesting. It was a guy who was saying that you need Jesus and all that stuff, the usual stuff. But when I asked him about the old devil, because I wear the devil mask, I was like, you like the devil, right? And he said, no, we don't like the devil. I'm like, yeah, but he's doing his job, you know. He's just doing his job. He's just the devil being the dark side of you. It's not there's no person out there who is the devil. It's the dark side of you. The dark side of you is doing its job. It's teaching you more about yourself as long as you shine light on it. And you have to be able to find that light through God. And that allows you to see what's going on within yourself. So I was trying to explain this to him. I was like, you can't hate the devil because, you know, just doing his job. You know, you got to understand the guy. But it's not about... But then he was talking about the devil as a person, so I had to keep talking about the devil as a person as well for him. I was like, all right, cool. If we're going to go by the premise that it's a person, cool. According to you, the devil was the highest worshipper of God. He had a hell of a lot of wisdom, but then all of a sudden, having this amazing connection with God, he decides, hey, I'm going to become the bad guy and I want to be higher than God. How stupid do you have to be to go, oh, I can be higher than God? Stupid and wisdom don't go hand in hand. well, I'm pretty stupid, and I like to think I've got a bit of wisdom. So maybe it does go a little bit hand in hand. But at the same time, I wouldn't be able to think that, oh, I could become more than God. It's like, no, God is the top level. It's like there's nothing higher than God. So yeah, with this logic that he was trying to feed me, I was just like, it doesn't make sense, bro. If he had that much wisdom, if he worshipped God that much, he would understand that there's only God at the top and nothing else above him, and there's no way of getting above him. So the fact that he was knocked down was because God needed an adversary. God needed that boogeyman to say, he causes the problems, I fix them. You need that contrast. That's all it was for. It was, once again, it was an analogy to say that within each person you've got two natures. You've got the dark side and the light side. The dark side can take over if the light isn't bright enough. And if the light isn't bright enough, then yeah, some people end up going into that negative spiral, and that was pooping. End up becoming poop because they don't grow. They don't allow the light to grow. So yeah, two good conversations, but yeah. Oh, and then there was this other guy, Mark the solicitor. He's a Christian guy. I've spoken to him many times, and every time he's trying to convince me to accept Jesus. And he came up to me at one point. I didn't record this one because my battery was low, but he was like, "Oh, God loves everyone." I was like, "Oh, really? God loves everyone? Does God love the devil?" And he's like, "Oh, no, 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 no." I was like, "Wait, I thought you said God loves everyone. So why doesn't God love the devil?" He's like, "No, no, no. God loves everyone, but the devil is, he's." And then I was like, "But he's just doing his job." And he's like, "Oh, well." He thought about it for a second. Then he goes, "Oh, actually, yeah. Do you know what? God doesn't hate the sin. Sorry, doesn't hate the sinner. He hates the sin." And I was like, "Okay, so by then that logic, God hates what the devil does, but he doesn't hate the devil." And he's like, yeah, I guess so." So that was a funny conversation afterward. I haven't spoken to Mark in a while, but that was nice. Uh, History says the big nose of London will school you in logic. No, he won't. He can't even hold a conversation, bruh. What he'll do is he'll play a video where someone else talks about it, but he won't do any schooling. Go watch my videos. There's a 4-part video I did where he's trying to tell me that I have no free will because I decided to answer his questions. Because I chose to answer his questions. He goes, see, you have no free will because you chose to talk to me. I was like, bro, that's what free will is. The choice. The choice is there. I could choose to talk to you. I could choose to ignore you. I could choose to walk away. I could choose to slap you. I could choose a myriad of different things I could do. But I chose to have a conversation with you instead. And then he's like, "Oh, see, you have no free will." I was like, "Bruh, shut the fuck up." Like, honestly. So yeah, if you're one of the big noses guys, you're more than welcome to go back to his channel and learn something. You don't need to be here. If you worship the ground he walks on, go chill with him. Honestly, it's fine. I ain't got no issues with people. A lot of my people who actually used to be in my chat did kind of go over there. So yeah, you're more than welcome to go as well. I ain't got no problem with that. If you find more value in what he's saying, see you later, mate. See ya fucking later. Not my problem. I'm here talking to people, trying to look for quality people for the past year. I'm not looking for quantity. I'm looking for quality people who can actually think for themselves, not people who worship other people. I don't want people who worship other people. I want people who worship God and are able to think for themselves. So yeah, you're more than welcome to shoot on over, bruh. But I like the fact that you didn't answer who you are, but you decided to tell me that the big nose will school me in logic. I think you might be the big nose, because you're doing his tactic where he doesn't answer questions and he just wants to ask questions all the time. So yeah, and you're not brave enough to have your name in your thingy or anything like that, or tell me who you are. So it is what it is. Wait. Yeah, so I'm gonna, let's see, what time is it now? Time is 10. Wait. Sorry, the mic is making a hell of a lot of noise today. Oh, this is better. This sounds so good. This sounds like a proper podcast now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we are discussing. I have no idea what we're discussing. We're discussing failure as an opportunity and rejection for your protection, and how to always move forwards. Jfu in the chat says, keep up the great work. I thank you. I do what I do. I don't do it for the praise. I don't do it for the random comments. I don't give a shit. Like I said, I'm looking for quality people who could think for themselves, not people who can parrot what other people are saying, because I like parrots. But you can't have a conversation with a parrot. What was I going to look at? I was going to check something out. What was I going to do? I forgot what I was going to do. Was I going to... No, I already shared that one. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, no stress. All right, so I'm going... Oh, yeah, I was looking at the time. That's what I was doing. I was trying to see how long the stream's been going on for. All right, it's been going on for an hour. So what I'll do is I will play another song, and then I'll give it half an hour. So at 11:30, because I've got shit to do, I am going to get off. And you're more than welcome to stay, you're more than welcome to go, you're more than welcome to do what the hell you like, because you have free will. And if you use that free will, good for you. If you give your free will away, bruh. Alright, cool. So let's do Cosmic Dance.
So unbound and fled free, looking for the one soul, longing for me. Broken dreams create new hopes, collecting twigs to build our home. Praying the angels watch over you until the day we become true. Divine union my heart craves, a love that lasts till the end of days. I have found love and it set me free, like this cosmic dance that's walking into eternity. Forever you and me. Life can be hard and tough, always know you are enough. Let me be your rock through the storm, the lighthouse calling you home. I will always be there to shine the light on your darkest fear, dispelling shadows that linger on, reminding you that we are one. I have found love and it set me free, like this cosmic dance that's walking to eternity. Forever you and me. Ooh. Let's play together in this garden of love, diving deeper into souls from above. Two flames from a single wing, dancing together, wild and quick. Bound by a rhythm soft yet free, moving as one in harmony. I have found love and it set me free, like this cosmic dance that's walking to eternity. Forever you and me. Ooh, ooh. I have found love and it set me free. Like this cosmic dance, let's walk into eternity. Forever you and me.
Oh, love that. Love that. I love the songs I make. I am a little bit biased because I made them, but they're so good. They're so good. But funnily enough, I'm like one of the only people who appreciate them because I've noticed that I'm the only one watching them. I usually got a playlist running while I'm cleaning the room or doing something. It's like beautiful, beautiful, good music. Ah, yes. Cosmic Dance. Let's walk into eternity. So yeah, failure is opportunity, rejection for your protection, always move forwards. Life is unpredictable, but God, it's fun. It's fun. Even the unpredictable, the crazy, and the stupid, it's still fun. Trying to dip, duck, dive, dodge, and dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge. When you're trying to do that in life, it's just makes it a bit more interesting, you know. And the most important thing to remember for those who actually believe in God or understand the power of God, when God's in your corner, when you trust God, when you appreciate God, He moves mountains. He could do anything. And when He believes in you, that's all you need. You don't need people. You don't need random people you've met who don't like you but just want to be you. You don't need these people. When you got God in your corner, you know you're good. You're good. So yeah, not being big-headed. I don't think God's just in my corner. He's in everyone's corner that choose Him. If you don't choose God, then obviously He's not going to be in your corner because He's like, bruh. Why would I help you if you are like on the other team? You know, I am kind of like on both teams. I'm the devil and I trust God because I know that God put the darkness in me and He put it in there for a reason. He put that in there for me to grow and to learn and to overcome. He didn't put it in there to curse me. You know, there's a lot of people that go straight negative. It's a gift. Life is a gift. Every challenge is a gift. It's never a curse. It's never something that's happening to you. You're never the victim. You're always the challenger for this new challenge in life. So yeah, that's the power of God. That's why I say truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope. Walk the path. Be kind to people, even when they're not to you. And trust me, you'll learn to overcome anything, and God will open up so many different avenues for you. So yeah, that's the only advice I could give, because that's the only thing I know. I don't know a huge amount. Well, I know bits and pieces, but only God knows the 100% truth of life. So I could sit here and talk to you about aliens and this or that, and it's like, bro, I can't give you any answers. We could hypothesize. We could make little ideas. Like I've said previously, UFOs are angels. You know, I've said UFOs are angels. People are like, no, they're demons. I was like, no, the demons are the ones running amok down here. If they're coming from above and they're coming down, they would be considered angel-like. You know, and then the bad guys would want you to think that the angels are the bad guys. And it's like, who knows? Who knows? Maybe they are the bad guys. But yeah, that was my little thing. It was just like, the media for years have been pumping out movies about scaring you about alien invasion and this and that. And I was like, why would they want people to be scared of aliens? Because essentially that's what it is. It's just fear tactics. It's just planting the seed of fear in people. So if something happened where UFOs started turning up and then some things went wrong, i.e. power outages, then they'd go, oh no, the aliens are coming, they're gonna kill us all. So they wanted people in a state of fear. So yeah, I see that and I go, let's flip it. yeah, they're probably the good guys then. Those guys are probably the good guys. The bad guys down here are afraid of the good guys coming back and holding them accountable for their actions. Because we got to admit, they haven't done a great job. You know, like I said, I don't think we can make the world completely perfect. We can't wipe out all suffering in life. You can never wipe out suffering. It's just how you handle the suffering. So you can't wipe out all suffering, but what you can do is try to mitigate the amount of suffering you, as an individual, impose on other people. But these people in power, they typically don't give a damn. They just want to stay in power, and they just do what they have to stay in power. It's never a situation of the bigger picture. Even the ones that go in with the rosy words and the elegant speeches, they will still end up like Trump, perfect example. When he went into power first, he was like, "Oh, drain the swamp, this, that, and the other, make America great again." And then as soon as he went into power, he was like, "By the way, COVID, take the injection." It's like, really? And then he was like saying to people about bleach, and they're like, bruh, bleach? But I think he was just he misunderstood what he was told. This is what I say earlier about people parroting. When they don't understand something, when they hear something and then they try and pass it off as their own understanding, they just look stupid. So he ended up looking a little bit stupid when he said that bleach thing. People ate that up and ran wild with it. But I think he also mentioned ivermectin, which ivermectin was a good thing, but obviously it got overshadowed by the bleach. So yeah, maybe that was done on purpose. Maybe he had to say the bleach thing just so he could say the ivermectin thing. So then people would be like, "Oh, we can't trust him. He said bleach and ivermectin." Like, okay, if he said bleach, then maybe ivermectin's not true either. You know what I mean? So maybe there was a little mind fuck going on at the time where they were trying to gaslight certain people. They're like, "Well, why are you taking ivermectin? It's horse medicine." No, it's also used on humans. It can be used on horses, but it's also human medicine. It's just medicine. But they were like, "Oh yeah, horse medicine, ivermectin, oh no, and bleach. Oh, what? Oh." So it was gaslighting a lot of people to maybe second guess themselves, make them return to these new drugs that they were trying to pump into people. That's a bit of a weird one. Niuji in the chat says, "What's happening? I am talking on chat. I'm just talking. I'm talking life and random shit, bro. Do your thing. Do your thing." I'm sure you've probably got something better to do. Yeah. I'm sorry. This is hilarious to me. Okay. I like you guys as like people-ish, but you guys are retarded sometimes. It's like I haven't seen you in like months, or you guys just turn up and then you just like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" Like, we're not mates. We're not mates. Okay, if we were friends, we would be talking regular. If you've just popped up just to see what's happening, it's like, ugh. I'm not here to entertain you or to have a conversation with you. I'm done. I tried my best to be polite and try to have nice conversations with you guys, but yeah, you guys are just weirdos sometimes. You guys are weirdos sometimes, honestly. It's like, oh, you come here, you hear this, you hear that, then you run off, and then you go repeat certain things or talk shit about me, and then you come back, and then it's like, you could do what you want. It's fine. I ain't got a problem. But it's just like, them, don't act like we're friends. Don't act like we're friends. You know? Like I said, I've already made all the friends I need. I don't need any more friends. I don't need handouts. I'm not asking for your money. I've never asked for your money. Well, that's a lie. I've not asked for your money. I've said that if you'd like to give on Patreon, you can, but that's up to you. That was only early on, and then I deleted the link. And recently I've done the Kickstarter. I've done the Kickstarter where I said, "Hey, if you want to support me, this is one potential way you can help me out with the Kickstarter." And nobody wants to help, and that's fine. That's fine. Your prerogative. I'm not here asking for money. I'm not asking for you to do anything for me. I'm not asking for any handouts. I'm not asking for anything. I just come here to talk my thing, say what I got to say, and hopefully people learn. And like I said from the beginning, I'm looking for quality, not quantity. Quality doesn't come here to play games or whatever. Well, I don't mind playing games. We used to play Hangman. That was actually kind of fun. But I mean, like, playing stupid games like, oh, we're friends, and then, yeah, we're not friends. We're not friends. I know you're on the internet. You're internet people, okay? You are internet people. You're not friends. Jfu says, are you pissed off, the man? No, I'm not pissed off. I'm not. I'm just telling you guys, like, when you come here and act like friendly and like, oh, hey, oh, what's happening? It's like, just leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'd rather be left alone than pretend, because I don't like to pretend. I'd rather just be me. And like I said, I try my best to think that people were doing their best to grow. But Jfu, you're a prime example of this. I spoke to you about certain things the other day at Speaker's Corner, and then I hear you talking about those exact things on Big Nose's channel and passing it off as your own understanding. And it's just like, bro, like, honestly, like, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. Like, honestly, I'm not pissed off. You're allowed to do what you want to do, but I just think it's sad. I honestly just think it's sad. I'd rather have real people where I can talk to real people, not people who are just here to, how did you put it? Drink up the goodness. I don't want people to just drink up the goodness. I want you to create your own goodness. I want that light to shine in everyone. I don't want the light in me and then I don't even like saying that light in me thing. It's something you guys say. Oh, let your light shine. Don't dim your light. It's like, God is my light. Okay, God is my light. That He's the one who leads the way. And if you want that, go to God. Go do your thing with Him. You go down, walk your journey. Like, find that light within yourself. I can't stand there and hold your hand and tell you things. Jfu says, what? Clarify, please. No, because I can't be asked. Just go, I don't know. Do your thing. Honestly, it's fine. It's fine. It's like... I'd send the link and let's have it clarified. No, I don't care. I honestly don't care that much. I honestly don't care that much. It's just, I just find it funny. I find it funny. I say A, B, and then C, and then I hear someone else say A, B, and C as if they've come up with it themselves. I'm like, okay, cool. That's fine. That's fine. It's like, but you're not actually being you. You're not actually growing. You're not actually doing anything. You're just taking what someone else has said. And this is something I found, is that there's a lot of people out there who kind of buy information. They kind of buy understanding or secret knowledge. I call it secret knowledge. It's stuff that you can learn, but they don't want to do the work to get to this goal of, like, let's say the Wizard of Oz. Nobody wants to walk down the yellow brick road to get to the Wizard of Oz. They want someone else to walk it for them and then jump in last second and go, oh, yeah, cool, awesome, we're here. And it's like, wait, where the hell were you? Where were you? I don't remember you walking with me. So, yeah, I've been doing this streaming thing for over a year now, and there's some regular people, like, I could list a name of at least about 10 regular people that I've seen over the year. And if you guys really support it, if you really give a shit about what I'm saying or anything like that, I have at least 10 likes on my videos. Not that I count likes, but it's just the fact that words and actions, if they are not the same, then it's just BS. If your words are, oh, we like you, and then the action shows that you like me by maybe supporting me with the likes or a share or whatever, then it's like, oh, cool, it's good. Like I said, not that I'm trying to beg for likes. I'm not begging for likes. I really don't give a shit. But it's just a reflection of what you guys say and what you guys do. And it's like, I ain't got time for these games. We're not friends. We're not friends. You're internet people, okay? I have my friends. I have all the friends I need. And I've got God. God is my bestest friend. So I'm good, okay? I am so good. I still have love, compassion, humility. Like, I know I'm still an idiot. I know I've got a lot to learn. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to grow on my journey on my own. Like I've been doing the whole of my life. I've been walking this road by myself my whole life, and that's fine. I'm happy to continue walking it on my own. That's not a problem with me. Like I said, I come on stream and I talk to myself half the time because I don't care. It is what it is. I just hope that someone listens and able to take some kind of inspiration to walk their own path rather than just take what I say and then pass it off as their own understanding on life. New G says, I just came to say hello. Sorry if that upsets you. Bro. You didn't just come to say hello. You came because someone probably said, oh, Damon's pissed off in his chat or something. Damon's pissed off on his stream, and then you've come over to see what's going on. That's probably it. But you didn't come to say hello. There's been a... When you first used to come on the channel, you wanted me to be anti-Islam, try and shit on Islam as much as I could. When I told you, look, I'm not here to shit on Islam. I'm not trying to shit on anyone. You then buggered off. You disappeared. You went and joined Janksies? The Janky Banksy. You went and joined Banksy and tried to do whatever you did with it, which is fine. You're completely able to do what the hell you like. But I understood that was because you wanted anti-Islam content. I wasn't giving you the anti-Islam content, so you went somewhere where you could do the anti-Islam content. I get that. That's cool. So, yeah, recently you came, I think, a few times, and you've never really contributed a lot of goodness. You come on, you say something sometimes, like on Big Nose's stream, you said some things, but it wasn't anything profound or meaningful for me anyway. And I didn't feel like we were friends. Like I said, we're not friends. We might know each other, but internet people. That's what I consider you guys. Okay, that's what I consider you guys. So yeah, you're more than welcome to say hello and disappear. That's fine. You can do what you want, but don't expect me to treat you like a friend when you're not a friend. You know, it is what it is. I still hope that you have a good life. I still hope that you are able to grow and achieve everything you want to achieve. But it's got nothing to do with me, and I don't see you as friends. I see you as internet people because I have all the friends I need. Sorry if it upsets some of you guys, but it is what it is. Jfu says, my views were formed way before I have met you. Consider that you may be mistaken. Either we clarify this or I will impose myself upon you again. Oh, I will not impose myself upon you again. You used to go on Big Nose's stream and cry about Muslims. Okay, Jfu, you used to go on there and cry about Muslims and say, oh, Muslims are the problem and Islam's the problem and blah, 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 blah. And then recently you're going on there and saying, oh, no, it's not Islam. It's just the way it's being taught. And that's like, bruh. That's not you. That's not what you've been saying for the past 6 months. Okay? That's not what you've been saying for the past 6 months. That's what I've been saying. I've been saying that, listen, hey, guys, it's not a Islam problem. It's the way it's being taught problem. It's this problem. It's that problem. These are all things I have been repeating for the past year. But yeah, only recently you changed your tune on that, which is funny. And I like the growth. I like growth, but it's just like you're palming it off as your own new understanding. And it's like, yeah. You could go teach them. It's fine. Honestly, I ain't got a problem. Like I said, most of my viewers have disappeared, which is fine. I never asked you guys to stay. I never asked you guys to be here with me till the end or anything like that. I just wanted good conversations where we could help each other grow and discuss important topics where we all contribute. But yeah. I never spoke in your name, and you are wrong on this 100%. That's what you believe. That's your belief. That's your belief. That's fine. Listen, I ain't here to convince you. Like I said, I wasn't trying to convince you anyway. It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, it's like I already gave this example. It's like Big Nose. I did my review videos on him. I did my review videos where I pointed out all of his BS. And some of the things I mentioned were like delusions of grandeur, projection. I don't think I used the word sociopath, but I mentioned a few different things. And then all of a sudden, he starts putting on all this mental health stuff and starts teaching his people as if he knows what he's talking about. And it's like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. That's why you've got these random people's videos, and you've posted them on your channel, and you're trying to be like, yeah, look, I'm teaching you. I know this stuff. And it's like, no, you don't know this stuff because you do this stuff. You have these issues. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I ain't. I have no issue with you guys doing your thing. But like I said, I don't come here to drink up the goodness when it suits you. Okay, I am not a free drink. Okay, I am not a free drink. I have witnesses, the Muslims at Speaker's Corner. I'm not defending myself. I'm telling you, you are mistaken. Listen, you have witnesses at Speaker's Corner. That's great. But I have seen you on the stream. Okay? I have seen you on the stream many a time. Many a time. So you could say, oh, I have witnesses at Speaker's Corner. Yeah, cool. Well done. I don't know what you want me to say to that. It's like, I've seen you on stream literally say Islam this, Islam that, Muslims this, Muslims that, and then now you're saying this other thing where now you're being balanced. It's like, bro, that's a sudden change. But yeah, you could have your witnesses. That's all good. Yuji says, nobody told me to come here. I didn't know you were annoyed about anything. I know we're not friends, but that does not mean I won't be friendly. Not sure where this is coming from, but I wish you well. Cool. You know we're not friends. Good. Nothing wrong with being friendly. Yeah. But there's a difference between there's a difference between being friendly and trying to act like a friend. When you guys are like, oh, what's wrong? Or what's happening? It's like, no, you could just say hi. You could just say hi. You didn't say hi. You said, what's happening? So, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Listen, your language, the words you use reflect a lot of what's going on up here. And it is what it is. It is what it is. Jfu says, wishing you all the best. Take care. Peace out. Yeah, I'm not here to teach you the secrets of life so you could then run off and try and palm it off as your own and act like, oh, look, I have all this understanding. No, you don't. I want you to walk the walk so that you can actually talk the talk. Like, that's it. Walk the walk so you can talk the talk. If you're coming here once in a blue moon, and, well, I say once in a blue moon, some of you guys come quite regular, but it's like you come for what you need and then you disappear. And it's fine. You know, it is an online thing. But at that point, don't act like you deserve this or you're entitled to it. No, you're not entitled to shit. Okay? You're not entitled to shit. No one's entitled to shit. Life is life. Sometimes it's highs, sometimes it's lows. It is what it is. But you're not entitled to anything of anyone else, especially someone else's time and energy. You know, I spent a lot of time and energy in figuring out life and figuring out the stuff I know, that things I've been talking about for the past year. I spent a lot of time and effort in this. And if you're going to take something I've said and then run off with it and try and make it your own thing, or trying to act like, yeah, I don't need people like that in my life. I really don't. And these guys are like, oh, we'll go. Honestly, like, the last 4 streams I've done. I think 5 streams. One person maybe watching, 2 people watching. That's it, and that's fine with me. It's not about the numbers for me, but it is indicative. It does show that you guys aren't here to support me. You're here to take from me. Like, and I don't mind giving. This is the funny thing. I don't mind giving. I don't mind sharing. But that sharing has to be both ways. You know what I mean? If I'm giving you time and energy and trying to explain things to you guys, and you're just sitting there and trying to undermine me, trying to put doubts in my head, trying to tell me I'm wrong, or I'm mistaken. No, I'm not mistaken. I know what I know. I see what I see. Don't play games, because you're not going to win. Honestly, don't play games. You're not going to win. So, for the past year, I've had to deal with people telling me about how I need to go to Jesus Christ, or how I need to hate on Islam, or how I need to do this or that, the other. No one really came up and went, oh, cool, tell me more about the righteous path. How can I do this? And how can I further myself in the spiritual journey? No, none of you gave a shit about that. You wanted to talk about all the secret stuff that's all like mystical and from behind the veil. You want to talk about all that stuff, but you don't want to talk about your own growth and your own journeys, unless it's to big yourself up. That's what I've noticed. A lot of people want to just big themselves up. So yeah, you want to go big yourself up, like the Mahdi. You want to go and teach people, go for it. You want to be like the big nose and go and teach people, go for it. I let them do their thing, okay? I let them do their thing. But, because free will, you know. But I don't have to entertain this whole, oh, we're friends. No, we're not friends. No, I've got friends. And they've been with me since day one. They've been with me since day one. And God is the bestest friend. And all I need is God. I don't need fake people around me who try to undermine me, put fears in my head, or try and manipulate me in whatever way they can to get something for themselves. I don't need that in my life. It's fun to see you guys try, but yeah, at that point, after I've done it a few times, after I've seen the game a few times, I'm just like, okay, let's play a different game. I want to play a different game. I'm done playing your game. Okay, that's all it is. I'm just done playing your games. So you guys could do what you want. You could go over to someone else's stream. You could go start your own stream. You could do anything you like. It's a free world. But over here, I'm going to say how it is. And right now, like I said, I'm done playing these games where people come up here and try to undermine what I'm saying, or try and poke holes for no reason but to poke holes. You know, it's like people don't even disagree with me, and they'll come here and then they'll try and say, oh, but what about this? What about that? I don't mind a good challenge. But it's like, it's big nose tactics. It's like trying to put doubts in your head, project your own insecurities. I don't need anyone. I've got God. I don't want money. I don't want your admiration. I don't want your likes. I don't want your anything. I just want real fucking people. I want real people. People who can open themselves up and share. Not for any personal gain, but for the gain of everyone. That's what I want. I want quality people. And I'll keep going until I find quality people, because I know they're out there. I know they're out there. But it's just about finding them. It's about finding them. So this is why I say, like, failure, opportunity, rejection for your protection. So people have said to me that, oh, you don't have as many subscribers as this person or that person, and they're trying to push this idea of failure onto me, of, oh, my channel's not working and I should give up or whatever. And it's like, no, don't care. Big Nose does it all the time. When I went on Big Nose's channel last time, one of the first things he said when he got pissed off was, oh, you and your 2 viewers, you derive your worth from how many people are watching you and how many people are subscribed to you. Well done, you. Okay, well done. But when those people are gone, then your self-worth is going to be gone, okay? My self-worth doesn't come from who's watching me, who's being nice to me, or anything like that. It comes from God, because God believes in me. God has given me life. He's given me this amazing gift of life and a fucking brain as well. You know what I mean? He actually gave me the ability to think. So yeah, I don't derive my worth from how many subscribers I have or how many people are watching me. I derive my worth from my experiences in life and the wisdom I've gained from it. And guess what? Nobody can take that away. Nobody. And my connection with God. How could I forget? Sorry. And my connection with God, which once again nobody can take away. It's even though they try their best, but no one can take that away. It's just me and God. Me and God all the way. I love how when you start telling people that you're done with the bullshit, they always try and make it your problem. Oh no, you're misunderstanding. Oh no, you've gone wrong. Oh no. But bruh, I'm not wrong. Okay, I'm just looking at the evidence. I'm looking at what you say and what you do. They don't match up. Cool. I'll walk away. I've got no reason to stay attached to people that are just in it for themselves, just trying to take and then trip you over, if that makes sense. They take and then they try and trip you over and then blame you and say, oh, you tripped yourself over. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Nuji says, any more insults? Oh, because these are insults now, are they? Are they really? It's just me talking about how people behave. And I'm not wrong. Anything I said about new UG was true. You came on my channel with Steve C back in the day. You tried to convince me to attack Islam again and again and again and again and again and again. And I told you a million times in the Discord chat, this isn't the place to attack Muslims. That's not what I'm trying to do, and that's not what I'm trying to foster. If you want to do this, take it somewhere else. And then you were like, okay, I'll pull it back. And then you try and do it again. And then you pulled it back. And then you try and do it again. And it, bro, what the hell is that? I've literally what I described is people trying to trip me up. Trying to get me to go down their path of what they want me to do. No, I do what the fuck I want, okay? I am my own man. I've been making my own decisions for a very long time. I don't need you to lead me where you want me to go, okay? I trust God. He's the one who leads me, not some man who thinks he's Buddha. Sorry, I'm not a quality person. Yeah, you're not a quality person. You're a quantity person, yes. That's you saying that, and I'm agreeing with you, because a quality person, like I said, isn't there to just shit on other people and tell them that they're Muslims are wrong and Islam is evil and all this stuff. No, I want you to engage in actual thoughtful discourse. I want you to actually think, and I want you to make me think. I want you to make the audience think. I want the conversations to be beneficial for everyone involved, not just for you to push an agenda. And if that's blowing things out of proportion, well, go somewhere else where you can go and shit on Muslims and anyone else you want. It's fine. Like, I ain't got a problem. You were trolling Muslims a week ago. Shall I take my shahada with the devil mask on? Yes, I was. But no, I'm not. Maybe sometimes I am a hypocrite, but in that situation, no. You're trying to get me to defend myself. I don't need to defend myself to you. You know you're chatting shit right now. You know you're chatting shit right now. This is what I'm saying. This is a perfect example for anyone who's watching. Me trolling Muslims a week ago was me saying to Muslims, I'll take my shahada with my devil mask on. To have a little joke and to prove a point that it's not just about the words. It's not just about the words. So I had a dual tactic for that. One was a bit for my entertainment, and the other one was just to kind of prove a point that it's not just about the words, okay? Someone's heart has to be in it. When you're trying to connect with God, you have to connect with the heart. That was essentially it. It turned into a long-winded discussion, but those were my original points, and I stuck to them throughout the entire conversation. And now New UG comparing that to me trolling them a week ago and then saying that's the same as him going around going Muhammad's a pedophile. Oh, sorry, PDF. Him going around saying Muhammad's a PDF and making all these images showing Muhammad in a children's book on how to touch little kids. That's not the same. That is not the same. That is not the same. Okay? Do not compare me to you. Okay? What I did was invoke thought. Even I saw the Dawa Wise and some of the other channels. Most of the Muslims, they were taking the piss out of me straight away because obviously I was wearing a devil mask, and they're not going to listen to reason. They're just going to back the sheikh. But there were some Muslims there that were going, actually, do you know what? I think he's got a point here. Oh, do you know what? The Shahada has to come from the heart, and yeah, we shouldn't be kind of like shitting on other people or trying to convince them. And that's the whole point. The whole point is to engage thinking. That's all I'm trying to do. What you do is you try and poke the bear. You poke the bear, and you wanted me to poke the bear. It's like, bro, no. So yeah, we're not the same. I am not a hypocrite like you, where you can, oh, Buddha, there's no suffering, but then you're suffering because of Islam. It makes zero sense. Oh, I have a problem with Islam. Yeah, but you're a Buddhist. You say there's no suffering. You're the hypocrite. Oh, hilarious, man. Honestly, you guys are funny. This is what I mean. You guys are just funny. You're not actually engaging thought. You're not actually trying to better yourselves. You're just trying to defend yourselves and your ego. It's like, it's childish. It's childish. And like I said, I still have compassion for you guys, and I hope you learn, but I am not here to hold your hand like little kids, okay? God can hold your hand, but you have to reach out for him. He'll hold your hand all the way, but you have to reach out to him. I am not God, okay? He is the one that can lead you. I am just here trying to point you in the right direction. I'm just here to go, hey guys, there's a better way. There's another way, okay? There's another way. That's all I'm here to do. And I try and give advice with truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope. And that's all I can do. But whether you walk it or not, that's your choice. That's a you thing. And if you don't, that's a you problem. So don't come here shifting your burdens onto me. I don't need your burdens, okay? Especially if you're not going to carry them yourselves. I don't need any kind of projection. I am not the same as some of you guys, okay? I'm happily different. I've been a weirdo my whole life, and I am so glad I'm a weirdo. Because when I look at the world and I see everyone is just like a carbon copy of each other, and they just copy paste in different outfits, I'm like, do you know what? I'm glad I could be me. I'm glad I could be me. I don't dress up to look like everyone else. I don't dress up thinking, oh, what's everyone else wearing and what's in fashion or anything like that. I just do what I feel like, because I am confident in the fact I know who I am. And once again, like I said, God believes in me. God gave me life. He gave me this gift. He gave me this amazing life where I'm able to think for myself, and I appreciate that. And I will rock it till the day I die, regardless of how many people try and come and trip me over. Oh, people are funny. People are funny. Look how many people got offended in my chat. You know what I mean? When I'm sitting here talking about something that can help you grow, chat's dead. They don't want to give their own input. They don't want to give their own life stories. They don't want to say, hey, yeah, do you know what? You're right. I had this personal experience, and what you're saying really helped me. Not really helped me, but what you're saying was reflected in my personal experience, and I learned that, and I grew from that. No, nothing like that. You don't see any of that in my chat. What you see is people just trying to shit on me and trying to trip me over. It's funny. It's funny. I've gotten used to it. Like I said, my whole life I've been on my own trying to figure this shit out, where people have been trying to trip me. So I ain't got no problem with it. But they seem to have a problem when they get called out. That's the funny thing. That's the hilarious thing. It's like, oh, what? No, I didn't do that. What? No, when did I? Proof. Show me proof. No, I don't give a shit. Okay? You had your chance to be quality people. You chose not to be quality people. That's a you thing. If I choose to not engage or to entertain your fantasies about how you're perfectly in the right and I'm in the wrong, that's fine. And trust me, if I was in the wrong, I would know, because I do nothing but blame myself. My whole life, All I've done is blame myself for everything and try to figure out, oh, why did this happen? It's something to do with me. So I need to figure out why that happened, because I can then grow from it by changing myself a little bit, in the good way. Not changing who I am, but just changing that little aspect of me. So I've been blaming myself my whole life for most things. And most of the conversations you'll see, like on my previous chats, my conversations in previous streams, when someone says something, I'll be like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Let's hear your thingy. I've got no problem being wrong. Okay? I have no problem being wrong. I have a problem getting called out. But when other people are getting called out, that's when they want to call you out. You know, when you call someone else out, that's when they go, oh, no, but what about you? It's like, no, bitch, we're not talking about me. We were talking about you. I decided to talk about you, and now you want to talk about me instead. Really? Really? Playing games again? So, yeah, it happens everywhere in life. It happens everywhere in life. And these internet trolls seem to think that I've never seen these games before. No, I've seen them before. I had hope and compassion and humility to think that maybe I've misunderstood it. Maybe they are good people, and maybe they are trying to grow the best the way they can, and it's just taking them a bit of time. But now I realize, no, there's some people who just choose not to grow. You know the free will thing? Some people just choose not to grow. They want to take shortcuts everywhere they can until they finally get slapped in the face. Not by me, but by life. When they get slapped in the face by life, that's when they go, oh, okay, maybe I should go the other way. Maybe I should go to the growth aspect rather than trolling. Oh, I did not expect this stream to go this way today. I wonder what started it. Let's see, what was the question? Oh, it was Banksy asking for a link. All the other streams I had the link, and maybe see, this is the thing. I'm already making excuses. I'm like, maybe he was free today and he wasn't free that day. Maybe this, maybe that. I was already starting to make blaming myself and trying to think of how maybe I should show more compassion. But after a fucking year, no, I think there's enough compassion given. I think there's enough leeway given to excuse certain people's behaviors or attitudes. And yeah, it's just time to call the BS for what it is. BS. So yeah, I don't need 1 million subscribers. I don't need 1 million people in the chat. I don't need 1 million likes. I don't need all that crap. All I want is quality people who want to grow, who are willing to work on themselves, and who would like having conversations where they can share and help other people grow too. You know, not just take for their own growth, but actually trying to help other people grow. And I think that's where I'm going to end it. Failure is opportunity. Rejection is the rejection I got, like in i.e. oh, these guys saying, oh, okay, goodbye forever. Or what was it? I don't want to. Here we go. It was either we clarify this or I will not impose myself upon you again. Cool. Honestly, it's fine. Rejection is my protection. Okay? Rejection is my protection. If you can't handle the truth, if you can't handle what I'm saying without trying to project it back onto me and blame me for misunderstanding or being a hypocrite or whatever crap you come out with, if you could just take it and grow from it, then we can move forwards. But if you're going to come here with all this ego and try and defend, there's nothing wrong with defending yourself, but defending yourself with the ego, defending your ego, essentially, that's the problem. It's very easy for you to just say, oh, I may have said something that you kind of brought to my attention, but I didn't mean to do this, and that I'll be like, do you know what? Cool, that's cool. Move forward. But there's no there's no communication. There's no communication. It's always just the manipulation games and the BS and the crap and the internet people. The internet trolls. There's so many of them. So many. Like I've noticed quite a few internet trolls. They'll have like 4 or 5 different accounts, and this is how you could tell internet trolls. They have 4 or 5 different accounts and never really their own name, because they're too scared of being themselves. And then another thing is that these different accounts, they'll go on different YouTube channels and they'll say different things. You'll see one account from one. So let's say Mr. A, he'll make an account and he'll go onto the Muslim channel and he'll say this. He'll go onto the Christian channel and say this. Then he'll go onto this other channel and he'll say that. No matter, it's like just being trolls for the sake of being trolls. If that's fulfilling for you in life, then great. Do you know what? Mission accomplished. You've done what you needed to do in life. You wanted to be a troll, you became a troll. Fantastic. But this thing that I've tried to do isn't for the trolls. It's for those who want to grow. It's for those who want to use their brains. It's for those that want to connect deeper with God and try and become the best versions of themselves. Doesn't mean you're perfect. It does not mean you're perfect. But it means you recognize truth, love, compassion, contentment, and humility. And hope. Simple concepts. But yes, like I said, I'm going to leave it there for now. For those who actually do want to grow, I hope you have an amazing evening. For those who don't want to grow, I still hope you have an amazing evening. Like I said on previous streams, for the lovers, the haters, the ninjas, and the supporters, I appreciate you all, because it's part of the game. But otherwise, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you. Good night. I appreciate you all. Even the ninjas and the haters and the lovers. And I will see you when I see you next. Go walk with God. Ooh, actually, I was about to play Walk with God, which is a great song, but I'm going to put it on Who. Who are you really? Who are you really? Are you a troll? Do some thinking. Reflect.
Who are you really? Let's dive and explore. Are you the mask, or is there something more? The face in the mirror, the truth or disguise. Let's peel back the layers, see where it lies.
Who are you really? Are you beauty or desire? A spark of love or just a fleeting fire? Are you the warmth that can heal a soul, or the burning flame that consumes control? Are you the gaze that lifts or betrays, a shallow attraction or a radiant blaze? Tell me the truth, when the passion's through, who are you really? What defines you?
Who are you really behind the eyes? Are you the surface, or do you rise to truth, to love, to compassion's flame? Or are you just playing a masquerade game?
Who are you really? Are you thunder or peace? Do you lash out loud or let the storm cease? Are you the fist clenched tight with disdain, or the calm master releasing the pain? Do you build with your words or tear them apart? Is anger your mask, or the ache in your heart when the rage subsides and silence falls? Who are you really when the anger
Who
calls?
are you really behind the eyes? Are you the surface, or do you rise to truth, to love, to compassion's flame? Or are you just playing a masquerade game?
Who are you really? Are you wealth or need? Do you count your worth, or let your soul bleed? Is your treasure the gold that glints and blinds, or the love and peace that enrich your mind? Are you chasing more, or forgetting why, or giving freely with your heart held high when all fades away and the games unwind? Who are you really? In the end you'll find. Who are you really? Are you pride's tall wall, standing strong or afraid to fall? Do you hold other things that you know won't stay, clutching at shadows that slip away? Are you tied to the world, or free to soar, letting go of the chains, craving no more when you strip it all back and the ego dies? Who are you really? No more disguise.
Who are you really behind the eyes? just playing a masquerade game.
Who are you really? Are your truths untold? A light in the dark worth more than gold? Are you the love that forgives and heals? The compassion that knows how another feels? Are you the calm, content with less? The humble soul who reflects true blessedness when the masks are gone and the mirrors are clear? Who are you really, my friend? Draw near.
Who are you really? I ask once more. A soul divine or a mask you wore? In truth and love, you'll find your place. In compassion's light and humility's grace. Who are you really? I ask once more. A soul divine or a mask you wore? In truth and love, you'll find your place. In compassion's light and humility's grace.
Who are you really? Who are ya? Who are ya? Who are ya? Who are ya? I think that's a little football chant that they do. Who are ya? What was I going to say? Yes. Find God through truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope. But remember, people are going to be trolls, and they're not going to make your life easy. You always have compassion for them. You always try and hope the best for them. But you have to be realistic too. You know, I said this on a previous stream. You got to keep your feet grounded on the floor, but you still got to be looking up. You're not looking down at your feet and just going, oh no, I'm moving, shuffling away on the ground. No, you got to have hope. You got to have hope, but you got to keep your feet planted on the ground where you're actually living in reality too. So truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope. I hope you guys have an amazing evening. I am the dust at the feet of God's servants. Only God is special. Good night.